Hi everyone, today we are going to learn about Angular 2 plus 4 like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so the mainly we are going to discuss on what are the things we required for Angular and what the inbuilt features has been given by them and all those things we are going to discuss in this class. The first thing was we need to so many people have a dilemma so can we learn Angular 1 or else Angular 2 and so is there any necessity to learn Angular 1 to learn to Angular 2 plus versions? There is for this question the answer was no. So we can learn Angular 2 directly, so it doesn't need Angular 1 because these two are independent. But the thing is the Angular 1 is developed we need to develop in JavaScript, and the Angular 2 plus versions will be developed in TypeScript. So the main prerequisite to learn not to run the application of Angular is Node.js and Visual Studio Code. So the Visual Studio Code is an editor which so there is no necessity of using we can use so many editors like Atom and Sublime and everything, but so most preferable one is Visual Studio Code. And so in Angular so many things are available like lazy loading thing and so directives, pipes and decorators, modules, components, classes and everything. So let's go to the application, how it behaves, and I will show you everything for you. So let's suppose I will show you how the Angular application will look like. I had created a component. In that component having here we had component. Component is nothing but decorator. So for component the decorator is component, and for the service the decorator was injectable, and for the module was module. And so there is some inbuilt features like Angular had given how the data has been communication. The data communication is happen with the input and output. So see this is an input type and the out. So the parent, if there is the component parent child relationship, so we can pass the data in input output. And the next thing is pipes. So there are so many pipes. They had given inbuilt pipes like currency pipe, date pipe and temperature and everything. So we can use that, and we can also create our own custom pipes. Let's suppose how it will behave is you had shared some data and we need to manipulate that data every time. So we need not to write any logic or something like that. But first we need to write the logic, and if you pass the data to that it will automatically gives the output. In that way the pipe will behave. And what is directive? Directive is nothing but the reutilization of the DOM content. So we can write the DOM there are so many directives. There are structural directive, attribute directive and custom directives. So in the feature classes we are going to learn all these things. And in the directives also we had ng if and ng for ng switch and ng class, ng style and everything. So what is ng if? We will use mainly ng if most of the places. Ng if is nothing but for hiding and showing of the DOM. And what is ng for? For iteration of the DOM. And what is ng switch? So it is a condition based showing of the DOM. So these all things. And one more thing we can see routing. The main thing we can find, the best feature we can find is the Angular in lazy loading. The lazy loading is nothing but so we can load the application based on the lazy loading. So how the lazy loading will behave, and let's suppose the lazy loading will behaves based on the routes. What is route? Route is nothing but the URL creation, and so routing is nothing but the URL forming and everything. So I will show you the clear brief idea how the lazy loading will work, and so by this we can have a clear idea how the Angular application will give and what are the best feature they had given. I'm going to the paint. See, let's suppose I had created 4 modules like login module, register module, register module and dashboard module and frames. This is the separate module. Let's suppose the only thing is in our olden applications how they will bundle all these 4 modules at a time. In the sense while loading of the application we are loading these 4 modules, and let's suppose one And like one query I had. So very first time we need register module, right? So if you are the user, you had launched the application. Very first time you need the register module, not the login module and the dashboard. So if you are a new customer, you need to register first. Then only you will go to like a dashboard and the frames. The first thing is we need register and the login. And if you are this, like you are loading, like you are registered, from the next time onwards you are going to use the login only, not going to use the register. And why do we need the register module? We can directly load the login module and the dashboard module, right? So why do we need to register module? See how in older applications is like all the modules will load at a time. See, all 4 modules will load at a time. So there is no, like, this is, we can call that as like, let's suppose we can keep this as a computer, and this is our URL. Let's suppose our URL is like http://ssb and like .com/Angular. So when you click on that, when you click on this URL, you are going to launch this application and we are going to bundle everything. So what you are going to bundle everything, and so the time taken for this, let's suppose 4 modules, right? It is going to take 4 minutes. We can consider it as. But now we need to optimize this 4 minutes, because the user doesn't wait for 4 minutes, because when they click on the URL, they need response very eagerly, right? So nowadays all the technologies are drastically increased and they need the response very fast. So what we can do, we need to utilize the Angular inbuilt given feature, which is like lazy loading thing. We can develop based on that, so that the user can find, and user doesn't need to wait till all the modules load. He can utilize each and everything inbuilt, and we can I will show you how it works now, lazy loading part. So I am going to show you. So I had taken same again 4 modules, sorry. This is login again. This is register. Dashboard, frames. Okay, see, now we had 4 modules again. So how the lazy loading behaves is, so when the user clicks on particular route /login, we are going to load only the login module. When the user clicks on register, we are going to the register module. When the user clicks on dashboard, we are going to load this module, and when user clicks on the frames, we are going to load this module. And very first time we are not going to load all these things, because the user doesn't need, and we don't know where the user will go. So I forgot to tell you that like if you had load the, let's suppose you had 100 modules, and when you log in, let's suppose you had taken the example like Facebook page. So when every day, very first time when you register to the page Facebook, you are going to the Facebook register page, and the second time onwards you need to utilize only login page and then news feed, login, dashboard page, and there is a birthday session page and profiling and everything. So do you really go every day to check your profile, what's your name and everything? No, right? So it doesn't mean like by inbuilt, if you are loading every module, it's not necessary. When you click on particular module only, like you need your details, when you click on that details button, then we need to load those details. Otherwise, why do we need to load all these things? Doesn't need. The same thing we are going to apply. Like how it will work is, when the user comes very first time to the application, to the login page, every time we are going to load only login module, which requires, when from the login, if the user wants to click on register, when they click on register, then we are going to load the register module. When from the register is completed, then they will go to again login module. So when they, after login successful, we are directly redirecting to the dashboard. And let's suppose there is an one more module, the frames, and this is like we can consider it as information, or we can consider it as profile. Okay, so do we really go to your profile every day? No, right? So what we had done in the lazy loading is, so what I can do is, see, I can, like I had written an individual links only. There is no dependent on each other. We are going to give an individual. See, and here I will write the link http://www.angle, let's suppose sample.com/login. So when you click on like particular URL, you are going to launch only this module only, and you are going, like, then only we are going to load this module with this. Okay, so there is no dependent with the register, right? So what we can do is, so when you click, like let's suppose you had clicked on register, see, http://www.sample.com/register, sorry, login/register, because the login is the basic URL. You are going to, every time when the user clicks on particular login, then we are going to login page, and when they click on register button itself, so when you click on that register button, then we are going to load this register page. The URL is look like this. And the third one is, so now we had entered, like everywhere we are going to enter into that dashboard. http dashboard URL will look like this: http://www.sample.com/dashboard. We are like explicitly we are doing this, not implicitly. When the user credentials are success, then we are going to redirect to this dashboard. Am I correct? So till then we are not going to do that. So now we had entered into the dashboard. Now every time what we will do is, now we had entered into the dashboard. Now user can decide whether he can go to the frames or profile. So we are not going to load both the things at a time. So when the user clicks on particular thing only, we are going to load. Okay, so you understood the concept. www.sample.com/dashboard. From dashboard you are redirecting to the profile. Okay, if you redirect to the profile, we are not loading this, so there is no need of loading this item. So we can like explicit, like we can save our time, right, to load the application. So how much time it will take to load all these 5 modules very first time? It doesn't take time, because we are loading only the login module very first time, not register, dashboard and the frames, profile. Because if you log in, the login module is only take 1 minute, and we save all the 3 minutes, because we are not loading all these things. If there is 100 modules, and are you really going to wait 100 minutes? No, the angler is given this facility, and this is called lazy loading. This is the best approach to load your application with a fraction of seconds. I had taken the minutes, but won't take much, because the angler, let's suppose the login page having only the 3 buttons and one input type, 2 input types and 2 buttons, like login, like username, password, and the next one is register and the button login. So to load these 4 elements, like 4 HTML elements, it doesn't take much time, because it will be very small page and it will render very fast. The user experience will be very fast. Like this, we are going to learn so many inbuilt features which is going to be which is given by the angler, and how the communication will be happen, how can we utilize that, and what is local storage, what is session storage, and so many things we are going to learn in this session. So thanks everyone. Have a so we can meet in later on sessions, and we will go ahead have a bright future. Thank you very much.